Bleaching products. Why is it very important to have different kinds of bleaching product on the market? First of all, we worked really, we had different bleaching products before. We worked on it. When Ricardo this morning was talking about research, new launches, it's always regarding, when we talk about trends, looking for the trend, that means that also the time, how we are working in the salon, it's always changing. So when I think about when I started working even more than 20 years ago, customers, they were sitting there a whole day and it was nice because they have a talk to the friend, they spent their time, nobody cares. Today it's different, nobody has time. They want a quick performance. During COVID, they started, now they see even tutorial on Instagram, and TikTok, and all the videos, Facebook. And they think, oh, in 5 minutes you can do everything. No, I can't do miracle in 5 minutes. This is important, but I need tools to have a great performance in the salon. Fast services, fast lifting technique. Fast lifting technology. Why do we have 3 of this? Also here, a very important point, combination of synergy of high perform technology. So I need the lightening. It's what bleaching needs to do. In combination with natural ingredients. Natural ingredients here helps to protect hair structure, hair fiber, also the scalp as well during the lightening process. For example, this is also a very important point, in Italy it's not allowed to work with bleaching products directly on the scalp. Everybody does, but it's not allowed. So if one customer, if they do something wrong and the customer go to the lawyer, they will say, and they will pay a lot of money. So I always say, if you want to do it, just let them sign a quick paper, and so you will be safe. What's important when we talk about lightening products? We have 3 different ones. So we have 2 powders and 1 cream. In Nook, it doesn't mean that the cream, it's more sensitive than the other one. It's just the cream, it's the texture it's changing. That means that if you want to work with our bleaching on the scalp, don't think that this is more sensitive. They are all sensitive thanks to the natural ingredients. They all take care about the respect of the scalp and the hair during the lightening process. I will choose the correct bleaching product regarding the level for a start, because they are all acting in a different way. Therefore, I need all of 3. When I mix it, the texture, it's really similar. Even in combination with the active, they are all a creamy texture. Information about the pigments. This will help me to understand which level I start, what I need to neutralize. I have the product. Even now we will see all 3 singular, but all of them, they also have a different lightening effect. Here it's changing a little bit. Here, it's the bleaching product that is going to lightening the hair. It's not the activator. Hairdressers still today, they say, oh, I need to lightening nail levels. Let's 40 volume. Why? Right. I know, but this is still what we are working with and what we need to explain. And in Italian they say, chi va piano va lontano. If you want to go far, you need to go slowly. Here you need time. Do you want to do an amazing blonde? Stay and sit even for 5 hours. If you start from when you come to my salon and you said, oh, I want to become very ice blonde, I was like, I even don't know if it's possible in one day. It can be possible because I want to respect your hair and scalp at the first step. Then let's see how far we can go. Maybe we do the first step today. It can take you like even 8 hours. Also, this can make a lot of money. But here you need time. We have the tools for do everything. It's just even understanding what's the most recommended, which one of this it's going to lightening on different levels. That's it. For every situation, you have the correct choice of bleaching product. If I want to lightening till 4 levels, I will always use super lightener. Normally hairdressers, this is also a big point. Hairdressers normally when they do working in salon, they say, I need to lightening. Okay, first thing they go to the bleaching products. How many levels do you need to lightening? 3. Why do you use bleaching product? You don't need it, so we already can work with color. So that means also respect scalp and hair. Bleaching, if I need to lightening more than 4 levels, then I will use bleaching product, right? What's the difference? Let's start with the Blue Plex bleaching powder. The Blue Plex, even like set the name, blue pigments inside. Even a little bit of violet pigments. What does it mean? It's neutralizing completely orange-yellow reflection. Reading correctly our presentation. Mixing ratio, of course, always 1 to 2. Maximum leave-in time, 45 minutes. Doesn't mean I do the application and then I will check the color in 45 minutes. As I said before, lightening, we need to check it every single time, so like every 10 minutes, understanding from the base where I start. When shall I use this kind of bleaching product? So blue pigments, it's lightening 9 level. Even if I work this with 10 volume, I will lightening 9 level. If I need to lightening 9 levels, normally I work with 20 volume, and then even if I need a second application, then I go even lower and work with the 10 volume. I don't need 30 or 40 volume, but I go slowly, and after, you know what? The hair structure, it's amazing. This is the strongest bleaching product what we have. That doesn't mean that if I have hairdressers, they love the blue pigments inside, and they start from a level 7 to classic full head foils, and they use this, and then they call me. It's difficult to manage it because I already was here on the top, and I need to rinse it off the color. Which bleaching product you used? The Blue Plex. Why? So understanding consultation, understanding which product I need to use to have the performance. Which technique I'm going to use. Is it a fast technique or is it a, like classic foils, full head? It takes me like 1 hour and a half. I will never use at the beginning the Blue Plex. Maybe at the end to figure out and finish at the same time, the leave-on time. Yeah, why not? But I will never start it. Even like the name said, what's very important? Here we already have the Plex inside. Plex is nothing else than hyaluronic acids. You don't need to add off Olaplex or something. I know it's popular, everywhere it's popular. But what's happened? What's the difference between using classic bleaching product and add some Olaplex and our one? Here I already have the protection inside. It's not going to slowing down the lightening process. If I add Olaplex is slowing lightening, the lightening effect. and it's slowing it down, and normally you arrive at the pale yellow. You will never arrive at white. Very difficult. Even here, I never trust, and I did the test by my own. So what we used, it's hyaluronic acid, because especially here, it's the high performance bleaching products what we have. This one is lightening till to 9 level. Then, seriously, I know this is a big deal because it's very popular now. 9 level, before was 8 level, 7 level. Guys, I already start normally at a level 3, right? Difficult that, okay, depend if I have cosmetic colored hair, but then I will lightening 9 level. But normally from a level 3 till to a level 10, I can't lightening more than level 10. That means I have nothing. True? I can't go lighter than a level 10. That means with all bleaching products, I can do everything. Do you agree? What's the difference? How fast it is, texture of the hair from my customer, and the pigments inside. So, fermented hyaluronic acid, that fermented, it means that it's much more, the molecules are much more smaller, so they can easily penetrate into the hair fiber and protect the hair, keeping the elasticity during the lightening effect. Here the combination guar rubber, it's like a gum. Also here it's working because it's always about hydration, strengthening the hair, keeping the softness, because when we do lightening, we're drying out completely the hair. We are going to creating even, remove all the pigments from the hair out. So we need to keep, what's the first thing? The elasticity and the hydration. The gum, it's helping to keep the elasticity. The guar rubber, we use it in all our bleaching products. The natural ingredients, the other one, and the color will change. And the lightening level. Here the combination of organic chia seed oils and organic blackberry oil, rich in antioxidants, rich in vitamins, strengthening the hair, keeping the elasticity, keeping the hydration, moisturizing the hair. Respect to, for example, the white bleaching one. This is also a good thing, not only the pigments, to understand the different when I work on, depending on which level I work with. Here the lightening power, it's about 7 levels, even 8, when you have a finer texture. What's the difference? Here the texture, it's white, so that means that it's more neutral texture. A lot of hairdressers just work with white because they love completely to check always the lightening effect. So there are no pigments that can influence the visibility of the check when I control the lightening, right? So I'm like, other hairdressers, they just love the pigmented bleaching products. Other one, they just like work with white one. Why is this different even to the other one? Here we have an adding of white clay kaolin, which makes it perfect even for freehand techniques. Yeah. And here, a huge, big difference to our competitors. Normally, when you see, so all our products, you can use it for foil technique and freehand technique. What's the difference here? Here we have a high, it's great, it's balanced perfectly. So the kaolin, the quantity of white clay. So normally other companies, when you see and you start working, you do the application, after a few minutes it becomes really dry. Even if it's dusty, do you want to check it? You have more dust on the floor and it's even impossible to check, right? Our ones, visibly, it looks dry. You get there, you touch it, you text it, it's soft, it's creamy. That means, thanks of the combination here with avocado oil and pomegranate oil. It helps to keep the hydration and the elasticity. This is fundamental when I'm bleaching the hair. And you see it. This is also for the customer important. Because if I will sit on a chair and you have this kind of strong dust and it's hard, there was a, oh my God. This is amazing. And especially people who start to using it at the first time, they say, wow, that's incredible. It looks dry, but it's still soft. Here the natural, the important point of the natural color, so the white color, that makes it very, very easy to use. You can completely check on which level you already arrived with the lightening. You can use it for freehand, for soft lightening techniques. This is 7, so in this case, when I do classic foils, I will start with, for example, this one. Because this is what I can mostly control, it makes it easy, okay? Like I said, avocado oil, pomegranate oil, white clay, this is about the density, to increase the density of the texture. I will work today with the white bleaching powder, so I will also, you can see the texture, the creamy texture about it, and the Gura rubber. Last but not least, our cream. The black bleaching cream has a lightening effect, even 8 levels. Yeah. What's a very important point here? It's first of all the creamy texture of the product. One other very important point, the black slate as an ingredient. Thanks of this we have, even when you use it, it's completely black, so the color. What is black? So when we talk about pigments, we always need to talk about like black, it's not color. So here the concentration of pigments, we have green, a little bit of blue, and just a little bit of violet. What does it mean when I need green? When I start from dark level, when the undertone, it's red, it's perfect. It's completely neutralizing it. When you start, for example, you have customers with red hair, with copper hair, you can create natural blonde shades. For example, she always has a warm copper and you want to create like a cold copper, like a bronze. You can do this easily because it's eliminating all orange and red pigments. Other very important point here, it contains it's a cream and it contains a combination of oils. Massage it, please, very gently before. Because of the cream, and when you leave it like this, for example, even at the back part, the storage, the oils can be separated a little bit from the cream. Even this can influence also the pigments. So it's not that you need to stay there like half a day and massage to the, it's like 1 minute. Just massage it very gently and then mix it with the correct activator. Here we have a different mix of oils. Of course, argan oil, blueberry oil, and inulin, which is a flower. It's also here very important flower as a humectant, so as a hydration, moisturizing the hair. It works also amazing, for example, if I start from a lighter level and I don't want to neutralize it after, I already want to create a cold reflection, you can use also the black bleaching. So in one step, you do bleaching and toning. What's important when you use, and even what customers, they are always a little bit scary when they use the black bleaching. I always suggest when you check about how far you already are with the lightening effect, even use a wet cotton and not just remove and check. Remove. So with a little bit more pressure that you can see directly the color. When you rinse off the color, first what customers say, when you start rinse it off, it looks green. I said, rinse it off. High concentration of pigments here, black. I said it's green, so rinse it off very well. You will see, thanks of this concentration, the pigments are neutralizing it completely. But this is what I want when I use this. It's a big help, but just understanding where I start. Always, it's coloring, bleaching, from which level I start and where I want to go. How many levels I need to lightening. We have a fast lightening technology. That means all our bleaching products, when you start mixing it and you do the application, it's not that it's going slowly, 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 and then you have lightening effect and it's go down immediately. Our one, it's gradually starting fast and keep the lightening effect constantly. This is also important to know. So check it sometimes. Don't use heat. No, but even the choice of the correct product will help you. Like I said before, if I have a level 7 and I already just need the lightening at some levels, but she wants to use the bleaching. There was customer that said, "No, I used the blue one," but it was really, she came on the top and she said, and it was really, it started even to look visually a little bit more damaged. I said, "What do you use?" She's used the blue plex with 30 volume even. I said, "What?" Yeah. Respecting some rules. When we do color or bleaching is important. The product works. Customer want to bleaching fast. So we have the tools. It's just understanding the technique what I'm going to use. And this will also help me. Freehand technique. Yes, go through. What does it mean in the presentation? Other point. When you see 50 minutes, the other one was 45 minutes, the other one was 35, 40 minutes. That means that, it's not that it stopped after. This is the maximum of lightening effect, the power of the lightening, what we have. After this kind of minutes, and it's not so different. It's more or less all our bleaching, it's about 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, if you don't have the lightening desired effect, remove excess and proceed with the second application. I have a customer, he has a level 4. He always wants to have complete white hair, no any kind of other reflection, no blue, no violet, no ash, no white. I use, for example, the white one. 20 volumes, correct application just on the roots. Not going over to pre-lightened hair. This is also very important. The application, it's fundamental if I want the performance of a product. Hairdressers, what are they doing? They love brushing out the products. So they have nothing on the roots and they have everything in the just pre-lightened or colored hair. With the color, it's the same. And I say, I don't have coverage. Let me see. Da, 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 da. So correct application, correct choice of the product. Even some customers, when they ask me about formulas, I don't love giving formulas. It's hard because one formula, it doesn't work for everybody. Because maybe she has a percentage of white hair which is different. Maybe she has a other color on the lens. Maybe she has a other reflection. Or the thickness, it's different. I don't know what she's using at home. Maybe she used a lot of products with silicones and I don't know what, and she's coming and it's not working very well. The other one, it has natural hair. So these are all information what we always need to respect. With him, for example, 20 volume, correct application just on the roots. After 45 minutes. So I do the application. Even the application, it took me, because he's always coming about every month. So it took me even about 40 minutes, 35 minutes application. Remove the excess of the product, and then I go directly over with the next formula with 10 volume. And then after 15 minutes, I can rinse off, and it's white. I already did the same example. For example, there was a customer I was in London, and there was a customer, so originally from Turkey, so very strong hair, and she wanted to become gray. And I said, yeah, I know, but I'm not that happy with the white one, because I don't see this kind of lightening effect. And I said, let's do it with the white. Are you sure? Yeah. Level 5, even a little bit of white hair. Classic foil technique, because she doesn't want to put the bleaching on the scalp. Full head technique. We did it together in twice, so it took us more or less 40 minutes. Leave on time, 35, 40, even not more. Rinse off. Then, she wanted a cold shade. What's the best recommended step to do? It's true that the pigments here help us to neutralizing, but even for the maintenance, even for the long-lasting effect, I always recommend after lightening, neutralizing if I want cold reflection, and then toning. This will help me to guarantee, of course, the correct nuance with the shade what my customer wants, but it also makes it more easy for me to work. If I need a warm reflection, I will not neutralize it, because I don't need it. It's better to have some pigments. I also suggest, even if I want to create pastel shades, yes, do lightening, not till white. Keep just a little bit of pigments, just a pale yellow, then neutralize, and then create a pastel tone. You will see that the pastel shades even has a better performance and more long-lasting effect, because you keep even a little bit of natural pigments inside the hair fiber.
How long do you put the neutralizer for?
Depend how yellow it is. Today we will talk about, for example, when I have, you can do neutralizing, for example, with Smart Color. You can use, for example, no yellow shampoo from the Ritual Blonde. What's our other very important point, what hairdresser normally, when we talk about neutralizing, that means that you arrived on this level, I just neutralize, that means I neutralize the reflection. I'm not lightening anymore. So if hairdressers, sometimes they don't understand, they want a very ice blonde, then they're lightening till a level 8, and then they think with lightening they can do with neutralizing they will create a blonde, a very ice blonde. Yeah, it is. It's globally. Therefore I said, no, when I do, it's funny. So when people, I do education, I do examples, because it's everywhere, it's the same. So if I want to arrive like very ashy brown and create like this, yes. Neutralizing, depending here also, I can do it with color, I can do it with, for example, no yellow. It's depending how strong I need the neutralize, the purple. And then I will choose the toner. Also here, the toner, leave it about, when you start from a neutralized base, it's much more easier. So I know some hairdressers, they prefer to do toning and neutralizing in one step. What's difficult? That when you want to create an ash and you put even some violet and you're working on even different shades of yellow, that in this case where the yellow is, the violet, it's going to be absorbed completely and only the other reflection comes out. So it's even more difficult. I know it's one step more, but the end result is different. Durability, the toning, normally I leave it even about 15, 20 minutes minimum.
No heat or anything.
Never heat. Just think about the cake. I use never the heat. Doesn't make sense. Although when we do technical work, very important point, don't let them go outside smoking, please. No winter, no summer. Same temperature ever, because it's stopping the oxidation process. Especially some people within the winter with the bleaching. Oh, can I go out for a cigarette? It's so nice when it's fresh outside. No way. You need to sit here. That was funny in London with the Turkish people. So she said, can I go out for a cigarette? And the other said, yeah. No, stop. You can't. Till we finish the color. These are all small things. But when you put this together, that makes the difference. This is also a very big deal with hairdressers and everywhere. Activator. You're laughing. Why is it so important? First of all, Nook makes it very easy because you can use one activator, so the service color activator, it works for all our colors and bleaching products. Not like, for example, Bella, that for Color Touch you have an activator, for Colorstone you have an activator, for Magma you have an activator. It's impossible today. What's the difference to other activators? Here it's very important, it's balanced perfectly for the performance of our colors and bleaching product. The stability of the pigments, the release of the pigments. It contains baobab oil, which is a very rich ingredient, but it's keeping the collagen, the production of the collagen of the hair fiber. So it's keeping the elasticity. The density of the activator, it's creamy. It's very, very creamy. Thanks of this, you have also the perfect adherence when you do the application of the color. Some other companies, the activator, it's completely liquid. If you use this, and you don't have the coverage, it's not my fault. Sensitivity. Balanced perfectly to arrive to the correct pH of color. Sensitivity on the scalp. If it's creating irritation, you can use other activators if you want. Don't call me about irritation. Long-lasting effect. Vibrancy. The feeling what we give. Today I was this morning talking about, it was color, bleaching. I was always talking about softness. I was always talking about fragrances. Because it's a beauty experience. It's not just a color. So even then the choose for activator, don't miss the last step. Yeah, you're creating, consultate everything, and then you add maybe some liquid, very cheap activator, and then I said, it's burning. Okay.